Dobrodošli narode u još jedan review i training guide. Welcome guys to another review and training guide. This time we are going to go with this set of players. It's Spanish League. As you can see, we have a lot of them, and for the newcomers these players are actually great to have. For us, the veterans of this series, there are only a couple of players that I actually can recommend, and the rest of them are decent as the backups, and that's it. Znači, ovaj set igrača je bukvalno za igrača koji su sad instalirali eFootball i jednostavno nemaju nikoga. Za nas koji smo kao veterani ove igrice, ima bukvalno par igrača koje bi mogao da preporučim i to je to što je to. Ali da ne dužimo, idemo u to da odmah odradimo review prvog igrača. Let's not further ado, let's go to the review of the first actual player. As you can see, the first player is Marin Zubimer. I don't know if I pronounced his name correctly or I butchered it. I don't know. Okay, Marin. He is defensive midfielder as anchorman. And what I did is I increased his defensive stats and give him a little bit of acceleration and a little bit of speed, so he can, well, not be that dead wood in the defense. He has good passing with this, and all around he is decent player. Fighting spirit, he has interception, sliding tackle, lacks man blocking, so you can add that later on, but man marking, sorry, and blocking. I wanted to say those two skills at the same time, and I combined them in one. Znači, Martin Zubimer, nešto tako, nemam pojma kako se zove igrač, uglavnom, vjerojatno nisam izgovorio kako je moje pravilno ime. Šta sam ja uradio? Stavio sam mu 4 na passing da ima neki pas, 5 na dexterity da ima neko ubrzanje, 6 na brzinu, 10 na fizikalne atribute i 8 na defensive, da bi otprilike bio koliko toliko dobar što se tiče zadnje vezne pozicije i da odradi posao kako treba, da ne bude totalno drvo koje može svaki igrač da pretrči. Što se tiče skill setova, ima sve zanimljive skill setove, fali mu man marking i fali mu blocking. Znači to možete dodati kao additional skill i bit će otprilike sasvim zadovoljavajuć na ovoj poziciji. On je definitivno backup za Diviziju 1. This guy is definitely a backup option for Division 1 plays. Next up we have Dani Vivien, Destroyer. Slightly good, and he has a pace because he lacks height, so I increased his jump to 85 because of that. What I did is 1 passing, 4 dexterity, so he can have acceleration, 6 on lower body, 8 on aerial, and defending 9. So he can have defensive awareness 90 when the boost kicks in. Znači što sam uradio njega, on je destroyer, nizak je, tako da sam mu više akcenat dao na jumping reachu, pošto jump mora da bude 85 baš zbog te visine. Stavio sam 1 passing, 4 dexterity, 6 lower body, 8 aerial, 9 defending. Da, otprilike sa boostom će to biti 90, ali sasvim zadovoljavajući kao backup isto. Blocking, man marking, interception, sliding tackle. Nothing, fighting spirit is the lack of the trait. Znači samo mu fali fighting spirit. Stvarno odlična backup opcija za Diviziju 1. He is a good backup option for Division 1. This is also for the new players. This guy is good for the new players, yeah. Ovaj je baš za nove igrače. Next up we have Rodrigo, the first player that I can actually recommend for you that you can use in Division 1 battles if you're a veteran player. What I did is 4 on shooting, so he can have finishing 85 with boost, 6 on passing, so he can have around almost 80 low pass with boost, 5 on dribbling, so he can control the ball when he's sprinting, 10 on dexterity, so he can have attacking awareness, because I would actually put him on the wings and use him as a right or left flank. So that is how I would play him. He can be in the midfield as well, but mostly he is good as a secondary striker as well with the stats, and as a right midfield and left midfield position. Znači šta sam uradio? Stavio sam mu 4 na shooting da bi imao neki shoot, pogotovo sa boostom će imati 85, 6 passing da bi imao pas, dribbling mu je 5 zbog kontrole lopte prilikom dribla, 10 dexterity zbog brzine i attacking awarenessa, 8 lower body da bi imao kicking power i brzinu. I on jednostavno može da igra na levom ili desnom krilu, može da vam igra i u sredini, možda vam igra secondary strikera, ali ja bi ga baš gore ofanzivno kao krila držao i bukvalno jebao kevu sa njim. Scissor feint, double touch, flip flap, soul control I believe, acrobatic finishing, first time shot, through passing, super sub. Yeah, trait, he has the super sub, so he is going to be exceptionally good in the second halves. What he lacks for me is one touch pass and probably long range shooting. Šta po meni fali mu je one touch pass i long range shooting, inače ovako savršen je sa ovim skillovima, super sub ima, tako da ulazi sa klupe, tako da ovo je prvi igrač kojeg preporučujem da vredi vidjeti iz ovog peka. Next we have another destroyer, it's Garcia, and how I did is 1 on passing as well, 7 on dexterity, so he can have acceleration, 9 on lower body, so he can have the speed. He's slightly taller than the previous destroyer, 4 on aerial, so jump is quite good. But yeah, overall this guy is also a backup for Division 1 plays, good for events though, and for veteran players this guy is not worth of chasing. For the new players, this guy is absolutely good. When it comes to the skill set, interception, captaincy, fighting spirit, blocker, man marking, and that's one skill that he lacks that you need to add manually. Znači što se tiče ovoga Davida Garcije, radio sam 1 na passing, 7 na dexterity, 9 na lower body, 4 na strength i 10 na defending. Što se tiče skillova, ima interception, ima acrobatic clearance, captaincy, fighting spirit, area superiority, blocker, sliding tackle, fali mu da dodate man marking na ovo i bit će sasvim zadovoljavajući kao backup. I odličan u eventovima, definitivno. Tako da prelazimo na sljedećeg, a to je Rodriguez Gonzalo. We have him as a destroyer defensive midfielder, and I put him ultra defensive. He doesn't have speed, he doesn't have acceleration, but what he has is actually great defensive awareness, and with this he can be even a center back. Even though he lacks jump, he can be a decent center back. 6 on passing, 3 on dribbling, 9 on dexterity, 6 on lower body, 4 on aerial, and 8 on defending. Soul control, long range shooting, man marking, interception, fighting spirit, area superiority, blocking, sliding tackle. So basically all the good traits he has, so you're not going to lack any of it. Maybe weighted pass and one touch pass is a good skill to add, and that's it. Znači Rodriguez 6 na passing, 3 na dribbling, 9 na dexterity, 6 lower body, 4 aerial, 8 defending. Uglavnom može da igra i štopera, ali kao DMF na ovoj poziciji s ovim ocenama bit će apsolutna zver. Pogotovo što ima soul control, long range shooting, man marking, interception, fighting spirit, area superiority, blocking, sliding tackle. Fali mu weighted pass i one touch pass da dodate i imate još jednog igrača koji može bude zadovoljavajući backup čak i prvi tim. Marcus Llorente is the second player that I can recommend from this pack as a box-to-box center midfielder, and he can play as a right back and a right midfielder and even defensive midfielder. He is absolute great with these stats. 2 on shooting, so he can have 70 finishing, 4 on dribbling, so he can have the control of the ball, 4 on dexterity, and this is as a center midfielder build. I didn't build him as a fullback. This is actually as a combination of a fullback and center midfielder. That's how I built him actually. 4 on dexterity, so he can have acceleration. 7 on lower body, so he can have defensive speed and kicking power, aerial on 8 and 7 on defending. So he can have defensive traits. And yeah, he would be absolute good in defensive capabilities when it comes to using him as a center midfielder, even as a right fullback. Cut, long range shooting, dipping shot, first time shot, through passing, man marking, track back, interception, fighting spirit, lacks blocking, and that's it. Maybe fighting. Oh, here it is, fighting spirit. So lacks blocking. So you can add that as an additional skill and you're good to go with him. Što se tiče Marcus Llorentea, 2 shooting, da bi imao shoot, 8 passing, 4 dribbling, 4 dexterity, 7 lower body, 8 aerial, 7 defending. I otprilike imate igrača koji je solidan desni back, brutalan box to box centralni igrač. Long range shooting, cut turn, dipping shot, first time shot, through passing, man marking, track back, interception, fighting spirit. Lacks blocking, sliding tackle you can add. I možda weighted pass i to je to. Znači još jedan igrač kojeg stvarno preporučujem iz ovog peka, koji može da pravi razliku igračima koji već dugo ovo igraju. Jose Gaya is a decent backup fullback, also a decent actually player to have as a veteran player as well. 7 on passing, 4 on dribbling, 7 on dexterity, 8 on lower body, 6 on aerial and 6 on defending. Masse turn, pinpoint crossing, low lofted pass, gamemanship, acrobatic clearance, captaincy, sliding tackle, lacks blocking and interception. You can add that manually and then you will have a decent left back that you can use in Division 1. Znači, što se tiče Gaje, može da se koristi isto kao sasvim solidan igrač za Diviziju 1. 7 na passing, 4 na dribbling, 7 dexterity, 8 lower body, 6 strength, 6 defending. I imate savršenog levog backa kao opciju koju ako nemate nekog od epika. Masse turn, pinpoint crossing, low lofted pass, gamemanship, acrobatic clearance, captaincy, sliding tackle. Dodate mu samo interception i blocking i imate zadovoljavajućeg levog backa. This is the third player that I actually want to introduce to you, and the player that actually, even though he cannot play as advanced midfielder, he has the strongest capability of advanced midfielder position when you build him like this. As you can see, he is whole player, great addition to any Division 1 squad, even for the veteran players. I don't know where I can put that 1 point, maybe on defending. Yeah, I can put on defending. So what I did is 6 on shooting, 7 on passing, 4 on dribbling, 9 on dexterity, 7 on lower body, 6 on aerial, and 1 defending. Lack of speed is going to be a little bit of trouble, but what he lacks with speed, he has with lofted pass, has control of the ball, has offensive awareness, has great finishing as an advanced midfielder or even as a center midfielder whole player. So I would build him like this and you will not regret it. Double touch, cut turn, soul control, long range shooting, heel trick, one touch pass, through pass, weighted pass, captaincy. Lacks fighting spirit. Honestly, the fighting spirit would be a great addition to him as a whole player and you will see how that would improve your game. Znači što se tiče njega, 6 na shooting, 7 na passing, 4 na dribbling, 9 na dexterity, 7 lower body, aerial na 6 i 1 defending. I bukvalno imate brutalnog IMF-a, iako piše da ne može da igra, IMF mu je 96, znači dodajte još boost na to, to je skoro 98. Jednostavno brutalan je, speed možda malo mu fali, ali nadoknađuje to sa svim ovim ostalim ocenama. Double touch, cut turn, soul control, long range shooting, heel trick, one touch pass, through passing, weighted pass, captaincy, samo dodajte fighting spirit i imate prebrutalnog whole playera koji može da bukvalno zameni bilo kojeg igrača u sredini terena kad je u formi. Next up we have Alvaro Morata. Actually, I tried to do the best of him, but he lacks kicking power. He is more of the goal poacher inside the penalty area than the goal poacher outside of the penalty area. He has good offensive awareness, he has good speed, he has decent acceleration, great jumping. Overall, he is decent, but as a super sub. Shooting 9, 2 passing, 2 dribbling, 8 dexterity, 9 lower body, 7 aerial. That is how I did him. And he has super sub skill card, so I would use him only as a super sub coming from the bench. Master turn, heading, acrobatic finishing, first time shot, 1 touch pass, gamemanship, track back. Lacks long range shooting, but with his kicking power, that would be a little bit troublesome. So yeah, he is kind of coming from the bench and inside penalty area type of player. Znači što se tiče Alvaro Morate, goal poacher unutar 16 metara, znači bukvalno to je za to, zato su mu napravljene ocene. Nije da je neki igrač koji će moći da postiže neke maestralne golove van 16, može da se pokuša, desit će se nekada, ali za unutar 16 kao ovakav je sasvim odličan. Isto je super sub, znači bukvalno dobar je za diviziju 1 kao super sub i to je to. 9 na shooting, 2 na passing, 2 dexterity, 2 dribbling, 8 dexterity, 9 lower body, 7 aerial i to je to. Master turn, heading, acrobatic finishing, first time shot, 1 touch pass, gamemanship, track back, super sub. Samo treba long range shooting, ali sa njegovom jačinom šuta to može da bude i problematično. Next up we have Isco, who is a decent backup advanced midfielder. Good for the newcomers, not that great for the veteran players. He has great dribbling stats, has decent passing, speed is where he lacks, but overall he is a backup player. 4 on shooting, 6 on passing, 4 on dribbling, 6 dexterity, 11 lower body, 6 on aerial and 1 defending. Double touch, flip flap, mass turn, soul control, long range shooting, long range, I don't know what is drive, through passing, weighted pass and no look pass is what he has. So great addition to as a backup and great for events as well. Znači što se tiče Iska, dobar je za evente, dobar je kao backup opcija, definitivno nije prvi tim igrač, tako da tu malo ima problema. 4 na shooting, 6 na passing, 4 na dribbling, 6 dexterity, 11 lower body, 6 na aerial i 1 defending. Skill set je sasvim zadovoljavajući, tako da otprilike nećete imati nekih problema, ali kao što rekao, ovo je više backup igrač. I poslednji u ovoj grupaciji je Pepe Reina. Last in this is Pepe Reina. I try to do best, but this guy is actually for Division 2 type of plays and events. Reflexes are terrible, reach is terrible, goalkeeping awareness is terrible, jumping is terrible. I cannot do anything good about him. He's offensive goalkeeper, he lacks a little bit of height as well, but what I try to do is best is 2 on aerial, 8 on goalkeeping, 10 on goalkeeping 2 and 8 on goalkeeping 3. Znači ovo je najbolje što se može raditi što se tiče Pepe Reine. Jednostavno loše ocene ima, ne znam, backup je za diviziju 1, za evente može biti sasvim solidan, za diviziju 2 je idealan, ali ne, znači jednostavno igrač koji ne vredi uopšte ništa. 2 na aerial, 8 goalkeeping 1, 2 goalkeeping 10 i 3 goalkeeping 8. So guys, thank you for watching, thank you for being a lovely audience. We are going to see each other in the next videos. As I stated, Rodrigo, Gundogan, Marcos Llorente are 3 key players that you want to have. Alvaro Morata is the best for the backup option. And that's it. Znači što se tiče igrača, Rodrigo, Gundogan, Alvaro Morata i Llorente, to su moje preporuke, sve ostalo može da se baci u vodu. Za nove igrače, svi ovi igrači su dobri, za igrače koje vi već posjedujete, većina ovih igrača ne donosi ništa bolje. Hvala što ste gledali, like, share, subscribe i mi se vidimo već sljedećom prilikom. Thank you for watching, like, share, subscribe and we are going to see each other in the next video.